I did a lot of reading about this day of service instead of just thinking about what happened, actually paying tribute to everyone who was either a victim, a hero, everyone that's been a part of 9/11. I know it kind of affected everyone in a certain way. And then celebrating what we have now, 10 years later, and going forth and every year doing something, a good deed, a service project, in order to pay tribute to those. 10 years later, what are your thoughts today? Do you have any personal stories about that?
I was at work. I was talking on the phone actually with somebody that was supposed to be coming into my office that day, and he said, well, aren't you watching the news? Don't you see what happened?
I first heard in my art class from one of my classmates, and no one in class really believed him.
My roommate and I, he woke me up when the first building was hit, saying something was wrong, something was crazy. Then we heard the Pentagon had been hit, and we started to wonder if we should maybe kind of get out of town.
I was just in my house, and on the screen there was, the Twin Towers were burning, and I remember my mom was just kind of paralyzed in front of the TV, just watching what was going on.
Just totally confused, just didn't understand what was going on. Knew we were under attack, wondering what that could mean.
I was like upset and angry at the same time, and I also didn't really understand what was going on.
It's like this deep fear that's kind of, you just feel in the pit of your stomach. It's this kind of twist where you're like, it's shocking, but you know that it's actually happening. And it's to that point where it's so unbelievable. It's just kind of like, you don't even almost register an emotion. It's just that kind of almost paralysis of it at the moment.
I kept thinking to myself, especially the weeks after, like how everybody came together. Everybody, it didn't matter who they were, what they were doing, or what their status in life was, or any of that. And I kept thinking, like, this is really good, and we're getting something good out of this, but I hope it lasts. I was just like, I hope this lasts for more than 3 weeks. And it's been kind of neat. 10 years later, we're still thinking about it, coming together around a common cause, and that was pretty neat.
The strong emotions that were so strong at that point are hard to carry on. But I think if you talk to anyone today, and you talk to them like we were talking with anyone about 9/11, I think it automatically brings up kind of that feeling of unity between anybody. I think this topic makes anybody, you could be complete strangers and you start talking about 9/11 and automatically those people are closer and you feel like you're Americans and brothers and sisters.
But it comes down to just being a citizen of this country, which is what's a great thing about doing something like this today, especially so close to the anniversary. There's still issues, no matter pre-9/11 or post-9/11, people still need houses, people are still poor, people still need help. So it changed a lot, but it didn't change everything.
They always have talked about building something at ground zero back up. I feel like building a house, kind of having a kind of unity in our response, like it falls and then we just build it back up.
As you can see, TD Ameritrade is committed to helping communities, and this is one of the ways that we see is a really good way to help out. It's an efficient way to really get in there and do some good work. Get your hands dirty instead of just writing somebody a check and then moving on. This is a little bit more grassroots.
Helping to build somebody's house, that's a pretty worthy way to spend time. And, pretty fortunate, so why not take some time and try to help others.
Doing a day of service, especially on the 10th anniversary, is kind of a reminder of, that unity that we shared, bringing people together to do good, to kind of foster good spirit towards going forward in America and making a better America for tomorrow. And so September 11th is a great opportunity for us to kind of come together and do something, add to our community, like if we're building the house here. It's a great opportunity to really give back. I hope that we keep doing it. It'd be really great to do it now every year from this point on.